Last night, Alfredo Aceves comes on and gets his second save in the last 2 days. The Red Sox get their second win in the last 2 days. They try to win the series today. Game 4 is coming up next. Welcome to Fenway Park as we get ready for Game 4 of the 4-game series between the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox. It's Mother's Day here from Fenway, and Wally's lovely mother is back in the house. So are we. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Jerry Remy. Welcome to Red Sox Baseball. Well, Jerry, a couple years ago, we got to see Daniel Nava for the first time. Didn't see him last year. He's back this year and so far doing very well.
Well, he is, Don. And the Red Sox have that predicament where they have Kyle Crawford on the disabled list and, of course, Jacoby Ellsbury, and they've been searching for outfielders all season long. They got Marlon Byrd in the trade, and the latest to come up is Daniel Nava, and he's done an excellent job for the Red Sox. Just a couple of nights ago, making a very strong throw into home plate to retire runner at the plate. Nice play by Salt Lamaki at the end to block home plate. And then last night in the game, Nava getting a couple of base hits and using the opposite field. Probably not as nervous as he was when he was up here a couple of years ago, and right now doing a very good job. So they're staying with the hot hand, and the hot hand right now is Daniel Nava.
Well, we would like on this Mother's Day to send out our special wishes to our moms, and so to the Red Sox players.
I just want to wish my mom a happy Mother's Day. I wish you were here in Boston and you're home in Cincinnati watching the game. Love you, miss you, and hope you have a great day.
Happy Mother's Day. Mom, thanks for being a great mom. I love you.
Happy Mother's Day. Love you. Wish you were here.
Test. Dunkin' Donuts, New England Subaru dealers, and by Southwest Airlines. Now on the mound today for the Red Sox, Daniel Bard on this Mother's Day from Fenway Park. Bard's 7th appearance as he settles in a 2-4 record, 4.83 earned run average. 21 strikeouts for Bard on the year. It's his first pitch to Johnny Damon. Misses for ball 1, and we are underway. A beautiful day here at Fenway Park on this Mother's Day as Damon will pop it up as Saltalamacchia gets rid of the mask and makes the catch. Well, on this Mother's Day, a special edition of the lineups, the visiting Cleveland Indians lineup brought to you by Jordan's Furniture.
Thanks, Don. Don. Hi, I'm Michelle of Newton, and this is my son, Forrest. Leading off for the Indians in left field, Johnny Damon. The second baseman, Jason Kipnis. At shortstop, Asdrubal Cabrera. The DH, Travis Hafner. The catcher, Carlos Santana. In right field, Shin-Soo Choo. The center fielder, Michael Brantley. At first base, Casey Kochman. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Jack Hanahan.
Nice job, Michelle, and thanks for helping us out today on this Mother's Day. As this one is grounded back to Bard, he will soft toss to first, and Jason Kipnis is retired. 2 quick outs here in the first inning for Bard.
Now the Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are third in the American League. Will Middlebrooks at third base, Mike Aviles the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Daniel Nava, Ryan Sweeney, and Cody Ross, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Daniel Bond.
2 down in the first inning, and it brings up Asdrubal Cabrera, hitting at .321 so far in this season. The shortstop for the Indians, a very good year, part of our key matchup. Brought to you by your New England Acura dealers. 2 for 2 against Bard in his career, and that includes a double and a home run. And he is very close to the plate as he takes a pitch away, as he is quickly ahead here, 2-0. The rest of the numbers for Cabrera, the slugging percentage at .505. In the air to shallow left, Nava races over and in and makes the catch. It's a 7-pitch. 1-2-3 first inning. Red Sox coming up. Red Sox starting lineup is brought to you by New England Chevy dealers on this Mother's Day. Special edition of the lineups.
Hi, Don. I'm Ronnie Carroll. This is my son William Carroll and Riley Carroll from Brantford, Connecticut. Leading off for the Red Sox, the center fielder, Ryan Sweeney. At second base, Dustin Pedroia. The DH, David Ortiz. At first base, Adrian Gonzalez. The third baseman is Will Middlebrooks. At left field, Daniel Nava. The right fielder, Cody Ross. The catcher, Jared Saltalamacchia. And batting the ninth is shortstop Mike Velez. Thank you.
Nice job, Ronnie. This is down to third base. Jack Hanahan grabs it at the lip of the grass and throws out Ryan Sweeney. 5-3 on the putout for the first out here in the first inning. Old friend Justin Masterson is on the hill today for the Tribe. His 8th start, 1-2 with a 4.89 earned run average. A lot of walks, 25 walks to 29 strikeouts. Opponent sitting at 256 against Masterson. His last time out, a no decision against the White Sox. Good effort, 6 innings, 2 runs. Strike one to Dustin Pedroia.
He has really been tough against his former ball club. He is 3-0 with a 1.95 against Red Sox teams.
Pedroia grounds to Kipnis at second base. And there's 2 quick outs here in the first inning.
Well, let's take a look at the Cleveland Indian defense. They're 5th in the American League. Jack Hanahan at third base has Drupal Cabrera, the shortstop. Jason Kipnis at second and Casey Kochman at first. Left to right, Johnny Damon, Michael Brantley, and Shin Soo Choo. And Carlos Santana doing the catching for Masterson.
2 down here in the first inning, and it brings up David Ortiz. Heel was fine last night after coming out of the game. On Friday night with a little bit of a heel problem, but yesterday displayed pretty good running, and he's okay. Back in there again today, batting third as he has been lately. The Red Sox DH. David starting the day with a .349 batting average. That's good for third in the American League. Josh Hamilton is leading the league, hitting at .402. Then Derek Jeter at .376, and then Big Papi in at .349. So the shift on for him on the right side as it takes a strike over the inside corner. David was 1 for 4 last night with an RBI double. Adrian Gonzalez waiting on deck. 2 outs here in the last half of the first inning.
Last outing for Masterson was against the Chicago White Sox. No decision in that ball game, going 6 innings, allowing 2 earned runs.
Three twos outside. Big Papi will take the walk. We talked about the walks for Masterson. They have been a problem.
Last foul ball. You can see a pretty good catch right there, but look at that steal.
Wow.
That's some quick hands right there.
So 2 down, David Ortiz at first base, and here's Adrian Gonzalez. Lifts it foul off to the left. Jerry, I'm curious as to the difference between Gonzalez and Ortiz in your eyes as far as how you would line up defensively, because the Indians shift totally different for both guys. The second baseman, Kipnis, is in on the infield as part of the shift for Ortiz, and then he backs up for Gonzalez well into right field.
Well, I think one of the reasons, Don, the fact that there's 2 outs in the inning, Gonzalez does not run well down the first base line. He figures he can get back maybe about 5 more feet.
Line to left, it's hooking, and it's over the head of Damon, quickly to the wall. Throw will go to second base, sort of, as Gonzalez will get in there. He had stopped between first and second. Relay was well off the mark. It was to shortstop. And Gonzalez just decides to keep on going and gets to second base.
Well, for a while it looked like if Cabrera knew he was going to second, they would have had Gonzalez. There's the line shot up over the head of Johnny Damon. Now the relay's going to come back in toward the shortstop, and kind of hung out to dry in the middle was Adrian Gonzalez. Once he sees that Cabrera's not looking at him, he takes off at second base. So that probably goes as a single for Adrian Gonzalez. We'll see how they score it.
Yeah, Cabrera just had his back to him. So second and third all of a sudden for Will Middlebrooks, who takes a swing and a miss for strike 1. Middlebrooks now at .282, 3 homers and 11 runs batted in. Set safely in 7 of his first 9 major league games. This is to the backstop. Ortiz won't try it. It quickly gets back to Santana. The ricochet is very quick to Santana.
Well, you got to wonder if Santana got crossed up there, because this is a fastball from Masterson and just got right over the glove very quickly of Santana. It's almost like he was expecting a breaking ball that time. Instead, got the fastball and it got up and away from him. But it bounced back so quickly, no run could score.
And based on the visit to the mound, I imagine it was a cross-up.
Yeah, it had to be. Well, the Red Sox catch a break there with that, but then don't catch the break because the carom came back so quickly to Carlos Santana that Ortiz had to hold the third base. So break, no break. You know, you catch a break, then they don't get a break.
But you don't get the break in the end.
Right.
It's an initial break. 1-1. There's ball 2, 2-1. And they've given Gonzalez a double on that play as it works out. So second and third with 2 outs here in the first inning. And Masterson in an early jam right out of the gate after he got 2 quick outs to start the first inning. A liner to left, and it's in for a base hit. From third comes Ortiz. They'll stop Gonzalez. Throw is cut off, and the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead. Will Middlebrooks drives in the game's first run.
Line shot by Middlebrooks. That fastball inside was up in the zone for Masterson, just above the knees. And Middlebrooks takes it. I thought they were going to take a chance on trying to score Gonzalez, but they hold him up at third base. I thought they might challenge the arm of Johnny Damon, but of course Gonzalez does not run well.
Those 12 RBIs in 10 games for Will Middlebrooks. He gets the Red Sox off to a good start, and here's Daniel Nava. He's off to a good start as Nava takes ball 1. He's 4 for 8 since rejoining the Red Sox. Run batted in for Nava, who's got the start in left field each of the last 3 games and making the best of this opportunity in the major leagues. Nava to left, sending Damon back at the wall. It's off the wall. Gonzalez will score. Middlebrooks will be stopped at third base. It's an RBI double for Daniel Nava. And the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead.
Now you've got to like the approach by the left-handed hitters, both Gonzalez and Nava taking that fastball and taking it to the opposite field. That ball runs away from those left-handers a little bit from Masterson, and finding that left field wall is Daniel Nava. So we kind of highlighted him in the open today, how well he's been playing. It continues here in the first inning.
So second and third, 2 down. And Cody Ross, the batter. 7th member of the Red Sox to bat here in the first inning. Masterson retiring the first 2 batters of the inning on just 4 pitches. And has struggled since then. And it starts with what has been a problem for him all year, and that's a walk to David Ortiz, followed by a double, an RBI single, and an RBI double. That is outside, and it's 1-1. Jerry Royster very conservative so far in this inning with 2 outs. Did not try to score Middlebrooks either.
Exactly. You know, with Johnny Damon out there, you figure they may take some chances. I can certainly understand Gonzalez because he does not run well.
Breaking ball in there for strike 2.
There's a breaking ball by Masterson. Hadn't been many of those here in the first inning, mostly fastballs.
One breaks inside, and it's 2-2. Will Middlebrooks at third base, Daniel Nava at second base, 2 runs in the Red Sox first inning. Fouled off to the right, 2-2. It's time now for the Coors Light Freeze Cam and Home Hard Blast. Last night, Cody Ross able to take this one out of Fenway Park with that Fenway Park swing. He's got the uppercut swing for his 6th home run of the year. Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Second and third, and 2 down. Ross will foul another off to the right. Ross kind of settling into right field lately for the Red Sox. It's kind of the way it has worked out for the Red Sox. And chance for Sweeney to play center field. And Bobby Valentine enjoying his 62nd birthday today. Red Sox making a move today as well as they place Darnell McDonald on the 15-day DL. Retroactive to May 12th, the right oblique strain. And they select first baseman Mauro Gomez from the Paw Sox. This one fouled back and to our left. So Mauro Gomez, who we saw in spring training quite a bit, a first baseman DH.
Big right-handed hitter.
And to make room for him on the 40-man roster, the club transferred outfielder Jacoby Ellsbury to the 60-day DL. Gomez is active for today's game, and Darnell now on the DL. 2-2. That'll miss, and it's a full count.
Now you've got Crawford and Ellsbury on the 60-day disabled list.
There's Mauro Gomez. Saw him exclusively at first base during spring training.
Yes.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up for Cody Ross. Look out. Ross gets hit in the side as he heads down to first base. So add a hit batter to the inning for Justin Masterson. Here comes Scott Radinsky, the pitching coach.
Now, while we've got this chance, I'd like to say happy Mother's Day to my mom down in Deltona, Florida. Connie, she's enjoying the ball game today. Watches every game, Don. Loves you.
Thank you.
Absolutely loves you.
So to my mother in Canton, Connecticut. Enjoying the ball game today. She does every game. She's a big Jerry Remy fan also,
yeah.
Should you know. Well, the Red Sox today trying to wrap up this series. And Jerry, we've seen better baseball the last 2 days from the Red Sox. And hopefully it has turned some sort of corner here.
Well, you certainly hope so. You know, today be a good one to get out of here with a win, and you got Seattle coming in for a couple of days. They have not been playing very good baseball at all. And, you know, hopefully it can snowball a little bit, get that back to that magic 500 mark, and hopefully continue to go from there. But it has been much more pleasant here the last couple of nights.
Well, Mother's Day here at Fenway Park, as they just checked on Cody Ross, as the trainer and Bobby Valentine were out quickly to check on Ross. He is okay, and after being struck by that pitch. Bases loaded here for the Red Sox. Jared Saltalamacchia, chance to do more damage, and quickly lines it into right field, a base hit. From third comes Middlebrooks. Behind him is Nava. Throw comes in, and it is the Red Sox on top 4-0. It's a 2-run single for Jared Saltalamacchia and a 4-run first so far for Boston.
This is exactly what the Red Sox need to jump out in front of these games and make it more difficult for the opposition to come back. Give the pitchers some confidence that they can relax a little bit. Every pitch doesn't have to be perfect. Saltalamacchia with the base hit. Hitting through the shift. Picks up a couple of RBIs, his 11th and 12th of the season.
Now Mike Aviles takes strike one. Well, a much different start here for Masterson, who really has enjoyed success against his old team in the past. 1-0, 3.29 ERA. 2 starts against the Red Sox last year. Won his last start in Fenway Park, August of last year, 7-3. But 3-0 with a 1.95 and 4 total starts against his former team. But not off to a good start today. Popped up left side of the infield. Battling the sun, Hanahan and Cabrera. It's Cabrera who makes the catch that ends the inning. But a very good inning for the Red Sox. They score 4 times and take a 4-0 lead. champion boxer Mickey Ward joins the Mad Fishermen to go a few rounds on Lake Winnipesaukee. Catch a fishing and fun tonight at 6 on Charlie Moore Outdoors. Mother's Day, do I still have to give Mom Dog present?
Of course you do.
I think so, don't you?
Maybe just a kiss would be enough. Sorry, Mom, but the Red Sox need us. Apparently they left Mom at home.
Mom wasn't part of the ticket package, apparently. So Travis Hafner will lead it off here for the Indians in the second inning. Bard had a 1-2-3 first. His team collects 4 runs in a hurry, and it is 4-0 Boston as we start the second. Hafner, Santana, and Chu expected to bat. Indians DH. Now for Bard in his career against Cleveland, 0-4 with an 8.64 earned run average. And that is out of the pen, of course. First start he's made against the Indians in his career. And some tough numbers in the past against Cleveland. You're talking about the lack of support for some of the Red Sox starters. Daniel Bard averaging 4.26 runs of support per game. It's the second lowest rate on the team after John Lester, who's only gotten a little over 3 runs a game. And for Bard, he's received 1 run of support or less in 3 of his 5 starts this season, including 0 runs of support on 2 occasions. So here he's got 4 runs. We'll see how he reacts today with some support right out of the gate.
That's a tough way to pitch when you not getting runs scored behind you. You feel like every pitch you make has to be the perfect pitch.
Hafner will take the walk, and that's the last thing you really want to do if you're Bard here to start the second inning. Coming up today on this Mother's Day at Fenway Park, Jenny will check in with Keith Lockhart and the Symphony. And today, Andy Pettitte returns to the Yankees after his rehab and retirement over the last year. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. We'll get you caught up with that game. The Mariners are in New York to wrap up their series with the Yankees. And then, of course, Seattle comes here beginning tomorrow night in a brief 2-game series. Hafner's at first to start the second inning. Carlos Santana, who played first base last night, catching for the 3rd time in this series. One thing Bard has not been doing a lot of is striking people out, which seems so strange. In the last 2 outings, only 1 strikeout per outing for him. This is a fly ball to shallow center field. Ryan Sweeney really battling the sun, and he will make the catch. That, in result-based business, is a good thing. But it did look pretty, and he was in trouble right out of the gate.
And he was in trouble late. You can see right here he still has no idea where the baseball is. That just puts the glove out. He must have picked it up at the very last second. Fortunately for him, he was in the neighborhood. You see his hands go out and how late that was. He's able to make the catch. He's got the sunglasses on. He's got the hat down, trying to shade his eyes, his glove up.
Helpless feeling, but nice play by Sweeney in the end. Here's a liner to left. Nava coming in to make the catch basket style before it hits the grass. Nice grab by Nava. Sinking liner from Shin-Soo Choo is out number 2.
Well, Nava's played very good defense out there in left field since being inserted into the lineup. Gets a good jump on that line drive, a sinking line drive, and gets it in the pocket of the glove.
So 2 down, Hafner at first base. Here is Michael Brantley. But again, just 2 strikeouts for Bard in the last 12 and a third innings. After he began the year with 19 Ks and 18 and 2/3. That's more along the lines of what you're used to, especially in his relief days. But then again, fastball has not been 97, 98 like it was in his relief days. Having to pace himself a little bit more now that he is starting games.
See him throw the changeup right there at 87. He's had a couple of fastballs at 89, 90, 91. His changeup getting away a little bit, up and away from Michael Brantley.
It's outside as Bard falls behind 3-1. Inning starter, the leadoff walk for Hafner. He has not advanced as Bard has been able to get Santana and Chu. On deck is Casey Kochman. So the Indians bat here in the second inning. Brantley to left. Back goes Nava onto the warning track to make the catch right in front of the scoreboard. It ends the top of the second inning. Red Sox have a 4-0 lead. Fenway Park as the month of May is packed with great matchups. Come watch the Red Sox take on the Seattle Mariners for a 2-game set next Monday and Tuesday, or see the Detroit Tigers in a 4-game series beginning Memorial Day. Get your tickets now for these great matchups at redsox.com/tickets. Happy Mother's Day to Mom. Peggy Masada, love Dad, Myron, and Autumn, as well as Giovanni. And I'm going to guess, Jerry, that's Giovanni holding the sign. What do you think? Or Myron Jr., I guess, is also a possibility, but I see a smiley face, so I'm thinking it's Gio.
It could be, yeah. I'll have to do some investigating on that as the game goes on.
4-0. Red Sox on top as they come to bat in the second inning. They sent all 9 men to the plate in the first. Swing and a miss for Ryan Sweeney, grounded out in the first inning. 2 quick outs in that first for Masterson, but then things quickly changed. Walked Ortiz, and then the Red Sox were off to the races. 4 runs on 4 hits in the inning. He also hit a batter as part of the first inning through 31 first inning pitches. And just like that, trails in the game 4-0. Sweeney will tap it foul. NBA All-Star Chris Webber in the house today at Fenway Park, enjoying Mother's Day down by the Red Sox dugout. This is to first and picked by Kochman. He'll flip to the pitcher Masterson for the out. Sweeney retired this time 3-1. Well, for the best deals on great seats, visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Here comes Dustin Pedroia, who was erased on a ground out to second base in the first inning. He rides a 13-game hitting streak coming into today's action. To short, a nice pick on the backhand by Cabrera. It's a tough hop, but he's able to reel it in, and he throws out Pedroia. 2 down. It's time now for the Tufts Healthy Tip. Here's Big Papi David Ortiz.
Go to the gym and do something, do a little bit of cardio, so keep your circulation going and keep your blood flow. Just establish the way you can go out there and run normal and move better.
David Ortiz fouling it off himself. We've enjoyed a lot of the tips from the players, how they get themselves ready and stay healthy during the course of the season. Next, we'll check in with Jerry to see what Jerry does to keep healthy and
I would suggest they do everything that I don't do. Everything I do, don't do.
No cardio whatsoever. This is down to first as Kochman will take it himself to the bag, and that'll wrap up the inning. We play 2 from Fenway on this Mother's Day. Red Sox have a 4-0 lead. Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Tradition, history, and a commitment to everyone on our team. These are just a few of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out more at easternbank.com. Jerry, a nice moment here in between innings, and really for the first time for Johnny Damon since coming back to Fenway Park. He was just cheered here, and I know it's going to make Johnny feel good because I know when he came back in a Yankees uniform for the first time after all that he had been through with the Red Sox, huge part of the 2004 World Series championship, he was not received well, and he comes back here in a couple of other different uniforms, and it was more the same booing. But today they put him on the big board, and he is cheered at Fenway Park, and I think rightly so for the first time.
Absolutely, Don. I couldn't agree more. They showed some highlights of Johnny back in 2004, and finally he gets the ovation that he well deserved from being in a Red Sox uniform. And you're right, that has to make him feel very good.
One of the very good guys in this game. And they would not have won the 04 World Championship without his contributions. Down the line at first, Gonzalez to Bard, who covers the bag. First out of the third inning as we send it down to Jenny Dell.
Don, it's been 7 years since Johnny Damon's been in a Red Sox uniform, and he offered up his thoughts on his former ball club's start to the season.
Notoriously a slow starting team. I mean, everybody knows they're a good team. They just have to find their way. Hopefully it's not during this weekend, but they have talent there, and so it's just a matter of time.
Damon is batting leadoff today and said he's not off to the start he was looking for at the first-place Indians, but Don, he said that he's eager to turn it around and hoping that his experience can help out the team.
All right, Jenny, well, of course, Johnny did not have spring training at all. He was waiting for a job, and it wasn't until mid-April, April 17th, that he actually even signed with the Indians. And I think he really gave some thought to possibly retiring, but there was no doubt he'd very much like to get to 3,000 hits. But after being home for a little while during the spring, kind of settled in, and then all of a sudden, the Indians gave him an opportunity, and he's activated May the 1st, and still trying to get his timing at the plate, but kind of an extended spring training, if you will. And so far, just a 171 average coming into today's action.
Yeah, he said the way he's swinging the bat, it'd have to take 10 more years to get 3,000 hits right now. But it'll come for him.
Swing and a miss, and it is 2-2.
Good slide at that time by Bard. He takes a little bit off the breaking ball, throws two different types of sliders, a harder one, then one that's not quite as hard. And that time gets Hanahan chasing the breaking ball.
.95 that time from Bard. Hanahan, who's had a nice beginning to the season, been batting either 8th or 9th and just shy of 300, hitting at .296, playing every day for the Indians. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. Jack Hanahan, 32 years of age. Last year in 110 games for the Indians, finished the year at .250. You mentioned back in 2010 he was a member of the Tuckett Red Sox. And he will take the walk. It's the second free pass served up by Bard of his outing. And here comes Johnny Damon with one out. One out, one on as Johnny popped out to the catcher, Jared Saltalamacchia, in the first inning. Damon shows Bunton's got to get the body out of the way of that pitch inside. Jerry, in some respects, I'm a little bit surprised that he is still playing and not retired, only because of how he played the game when he was a member of the Red Sox. Played hurt all the time, went hard, ran into walls, continued to do that with New York in the 4 seasons he spent with the Yankees. And you kind of wondered if that would be the end, and it was in the end. He ends up in Detroit, ends up in Tampa, and moving around, and now in Cleveland. And he's played for a total of 7 different teams in his 18-year career. But just the way that he played the game, you wondered if it would take its toll on his body.
You're exactly right. And you know, Johnny Damon keeps himself in great shape, and he continued to do that all off-season just in case that call did come, and it finally did come from the Cleveland Indians. But he was just not sitting around. He was keeping himself in baseball shape so he could get back to play. And he says he enjoys some of the smaller market clubs that he's played for recently. A lot of younger players on those teams, and he can really have an influence on those guys.
When you think of Gamer, you think of Johnny Damon. 3-0 pitch is going to miss. Ball 4, and all of a sudden, back-to-back walks allowed by Bard here in the third inning. How much would you pay for the ultimate refreshment? How about just 89 cents? It's all it costs for any size frozen or fountain beverage at the Cumberland Farms Chill Zone. Hurry in today and mix up yours. Back-to-back walks with 1 out in the third inning for Bard, and here is Jason Kipnis, second baseman who grounded back to Bard in the first inning. There's strike 1 over the outside corner. Strike 2, 0-2.
A couple of off-speed pitches to start off Kipnis, a change-up, then the breaking ball. And Bard quickly ahead. So after walking Johnny Damon, 2 off-speed pitches to get ahead of Kipnis.
Kipnis, 26 years old, second-round pick by the Indians. Last year appeared in 36 games with the Tribe, and this year hoping for his first full season. It's jammed and sends it out to left center field on a line for a base hit. Hanahan will be stopped at third, and the Indians have the bases loaded with 1 out. There's Bard trying to work his way around 2 walks, but all of a sudden now a base hit mixed in, and bases are loaded for the Indians.
Change up, slider, then a fastball, and it did get in a little bit on Kipnis, but he's able to shoot that line drive up over Avilas' head. And the Indians have the bases loaded with 1 out here in the third inning. Smith, the third base coach, holding up the runner. Hanahan.
So bases loaded, 1 down, and as Drupal Cabrera, the batter, perhaps the most dangerous hitter in this Indians lineup, a .318 average. Flied out to the left fielder Daniel Nava in the first. And takes a pitch high for ball 1. This season in this category, Cabrera 0 for 3 with a walk, but overall in his career, very good at .341. He's got Hanahan at third, Damon at second, and Kipnis at first with 1 out. Look out, pitch inside, a fastball, and all of a sudden it's 3-0 with the bases loaded.
And all of a sudden the control of Daniel Bard a problem. 2 walks already in this inning, the base hit, and now a 3-0 count with the bases loaded.
.23 balls and 19 strikes so far for Bard. Cabrera taken all the way, and there's the third walk of the inning, and this will produce a run. Cleveland on the board. Hanahan scores as Cabrera with the walk picks up an RBI, and that'll bring up Bob McClure.
You can see on that last pitch that Daniel was almost aiming that fastball for a strike on the 3-0 count and missed the zone again. Trying to get that fastball over the plate for that on that 3-1 count, not even close.
Now tomorrow morning at 6, tune in to Dennis and Callahan. They'll be broadcasting live from the annual Jimmy Fund Tame the Tigers charity event at the International Golf Club in Bolton, Massachusetts. Hear from celebrities from the sports and entertainment world as they raise money for the Jimmy Fund. It all begins tomorrow morning at 6 on 93.7 WEEI FM. Now with the 4 walks already, there is action in the pen. Scott Atchison is quickly up in the Red Sox pen. After throwing 21 pitches in the first 2 innings, this has been a 22-pitch third inning already for Bard. He has still just 1 out, and here is Travis Hafner with the bases loaded. Breaking ball in there for the strike.
Try something different. Go to the slider to pick up the strike. Get ahead of Hafner.
Swing and a miss, and he's ahead 0-2.
Look, it might have been a changeup from Bard this time. Good action on it, moving down and away from Hafner. You almost wish he made contact on that. If he did, it probably would have been a ground ball and maybe a double play.
Up over 300, the bases loaded in his career. He bats with Damon at third, Kipnis at second, Cabrera at first. 0-2 is rip foul. Hafner is 0 for 4 this season with the bases loaded. Indians tied for 7th in the American League in batting average as a team at 245. They're tied with the Angels coming in, middle of the pack of the American League in average. One and 2 to Hafner. Most walks in any outing. 7 walks for Bard. That was against Tampa Bay and a loss in 6 2/3 innings. We got 4 so far here in 2 1/3 innings. Hafner fights it off foul. Carlos Santana waiting on deck as the Indians have scored a run here in the third and looking for more. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cute foul off the end of the bat. You want to talk about the reckless and abandoned way that Johnny Damon played the game here, not only in Boston, but 6 other teams. This was from 05. Remember that look altogether. There it was.
A face plant.
Many different looks for Johnny over the years, too. He changes up his look quite a bit.
He does.
It's drastic.
Remember when he came into spring training that year with the very long hair, and we kept wondering, when's he going to cut it?
No.
Never did.
No. Mixed in a beard. Some of the Mohawk look more lately over the last few years, with the Mohawk going in Tampa Bay and in Detroit. On the ground softly towards second. Pedroia to second for 1. On to first. With Hafner running, they're able to turn the double play. But Bard gets out of it with minimum damage. 1 run for the Indians, 4-1 Red Sox. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Red Sox earn a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston's Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. Last half of the third inning at Fenway Park, 4-1, Red Sox on top. Adrian Gonzalez takes a pitch away from Masterson. After facing 9 batters and giving up 4 runs in the first inning, Masterson settled down and had a 1-2-3 second inning on 10 pitches. Now a line drive that is caught. Well, Cabrera first kind of snow coning it and then getting it in the web of the glove as he came down to make the grab and rob Gonzalez of a base hit.
That's a good example right there where that shift just kills you. I mean, that should be a base hit. Instead, with the shift on, the snow cone catch by Cabrera, and Gonzalez, who hits a rope, is out before he's about 2 steps out of the batter's box.
So 1 down in the third inning. 5 in a row retired by Masterson, and brings up Will Middlebrooks, who's already got an RBI single in the game. Middlebrooks drives this to left. It is up and it is gone off the top of the ledge and out of here. Up over the monster in left. Middlebrooks has got his 4th home run of the year, and the Red Sox take a 5-1 lead.
Well, that didn't take very long to get out of this ballpark. Line shot by Middlebrooks on a ball that's going to stay inside. Supposed to be away. It turns back inside, and Middlebrooks with a line drive home run. That was uncatchable in the monster seats.
Now Daniel Nava takes strike 1. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2012 season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. And what a great start to his major league career for Will Middlebrooks. Daniel Nava doubled in the first inning to drive in a run. And he is now 5 for 9 since coming up from the Pawtucket Red Sox. Home run breaks up a string of 5 in a row retired by Masterson. 50th pitch is going to hit Nava. Second batter that Masterson has hit in this game.
Now this performance by Masterson so far is nothing like we've seen in the past against Red Sox teams. Trying to come inside. Gets Nava off the leg.
So 1 out, Nava at first base, and Cody Ross the batter. On the ground towards third base, Hanahan will go to second for 1, on to first for 2. Around the horn they go, and that ends the third inning. Red Sox get a run on the home run by Will Middlebrooks. 5-1 Red Sox. with a home run. The play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Well, it was last Sunday. Will Middlebrooks hit his first home run in the majors, and he made it even more memorable by making it a grand slam. Came in the 5th inning off Orioles' Tommy Hunter and tied the game at the time. The same game the Red Sox eventually lost in 17 innings. The play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Well, it's on to inning number 4, 5-1. Red Sox on top. They regain their 4-run lead once again as Carlos Santana grounds one foul outside the bag at first. Santana flied out to center field in the 2nd inning. Brief spell of wildness for Bard in the 3rd inning as he walked 3 but got out of the inning, giving up just 1 run. One missing up top, and it's a ball and a strike to the Indians catcher. Total of 4 walks in the outing so far for Bard.
Here's the pitch that got him out of last inning. Breaking ball that was up in the zone, but the Red Sox able to turn over the double play, and Bard gets out of big time trouble with the bases loaded.
Breaking ball lined into center field for a base hit. Carlos Santana has the 2nd Indians hit of the day. Appeared to be a slider that kind of hung.
Exactly right, Don. Breaking ball that stayed up in the zone, and Santana takes it into center field for the base hit. First hit that he's had off Daniel Bard. He's only faced him 3 times.
Lead runner on for Shin-Soo Choo. Lined out to the left fielder Daniel Nava in the 2nd inning. Chu is 29, born in South Korea. Started his career in Seattle and was traded in 2006 to Cleveland for first baseman Ben Broussard. That'll drop in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 now to Chu. At 300 back-to-back seasons, actually 3 in a row. 2008 he hit 309, 2009 300 even, 2010 300 even, and last year dropped down to 259 in 85 games. It's on the DL 3 times last year as he strikes out. That is just the first strikeout of the game for Bard.
Now once Bard gets ahead, then he can go out of the strike zone to hope to get a chase. And he does that time from Chu.
One on, one out, and Michael Brantley, the center fielder, flied out to the warning track in left field back in the 2nd inning. Nava made the catch right in front of the scoreboard. That's a strike, and it's 1-1 to Brantley. Bard's win as a starter came at Chicago against the White Sox. His other win was out of the bullpen and in relief as he misses away. Losses at Toronto, home against Tampa Bay, home against Oakland, and home against Kansas City. So overall, his 7th appearance, 6th start of the year. Here's a 2-1. Line just over the outstretched glove of Gonzalez down the right field line. Over to play it is Ross. Santana's headed for third base. He will stop there. It is a double for Michael Brantley with one out here in the fourth inning.
Well, Brantley continues to have a very good series here against the Red Sox. That time he turns around a barred fastball and puts it up over the head of Adrian Gonzalez. Cody Ross has to chase it down out in right field, and 2 men in scoring position for the Indians. May see some action again in the Red Sox bullpen.
Second and third, one out for Casey Kochman. He's had a slow start to the year, 194 average. Grounded out to first base, first time up. Kochman last year in 146 games for Tampa Bay. For the first time in his career, hit over 300. He hit at 306 last year for the Rays. First member of the Red Sox back in 2009, appeared in 39 games with Boston. Signed by Cleveland to a one-year deal as a free agent this past offseason. He's 29 years old. Kochman laces it, but just foul outside the bag at first. It's time now for today's AT&T trivia question. Which 3 2006 first-round draft picks are on the active roster for either the Indians or the Red Sox? We'll have the answer for you a little bit later.
Well, we know 2 of them.
Yes. Two and two now to Kochman. Kochman coming to the Red Sox back in 2009 in exchange for Adam LaRoche at the trade deadline. He's playing with the Atlanta Braves at the time. First broke into the big leagues and spent the bulk of his major league career with the Angels. Originally a first-round pick by the Angels, 13th overall in 2001. In the air to shallow right as Cody Ross races in towards the line. He'll make the catch as Santana draws a throw but doesn't go. And it's a good thing he didn't. He would have been very out. Nice throw by Ross. 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, Cody Ross had quite a distance to go. The ball hit high enough so he could get underneath this. And with all the momentum coming toward home plate, there's no way they're going to send Santana at third base. He's just trying to draw a bad throw. Nice block in home plate by Saltalamacchia to keep that ball in front of him.
2 down, second and third for the number 9 man in name only, Jack Hanahan. He totes a pretty good average coming out of the number 9 spot at 296. Walked and scored in the third inning. That's a strike. 1-1 now to Hanahan. For Bard, he gave up a single to Santana to begin the inning. Struck out Chu. Double for Brantley, second and third with one out before Kochman flies out to right. So second and third, 2 down. Dunkin' Donuts is proud to give back. At every Red Sox home game, Dunkin' hosts a nonprofit children's organization. Thousands of kids have had the chance to catch a Sox game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Today we welcome the Henry Wilson Memorial School in Farmington, New Hampshire. Dunkin' Donuts, committed to the community. Having a great day here at Fenway Park. Blue skies above on this Mother's Day. 1-2 to Jack Hanahan. Sliced foul to the left. It's really been a terrific weekend here in Boston yesterday and today, and Red Sox have certainly enjoyed it. They've won their last 2 games and have a 5-1 lead here in Game 4 of the series.
More like baseball weather the last couple of days.
Santana at third, Brantley at second, 2 outs here in the Indians' 4th inning. Bard up to 72 pitches through 3 2/3 innings. 21 in the first 2, 51 in the last 2. 1-2 is fouled off. We saw Atchison warming in the pen last inning. Nobody has been warming this inning in the Red Sox bullpen.
It's been a very good at bat too for Hanahan, fouling off a number of pitches with a couple of men in scoring position, fastballs, sliders.
7th pitch of the at bat coming up. He has fouled off the last 4. Hanahan lines out to third. Will Middlebrooks was defensively aligned perfectly as it worked out. Red Sox have a 5-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
wife a happy Mother's Day, and I want to thank my mom for all the sacrifices she made, and I love you. And my wife, all that she does with our kids, and I love you too.
Well, Jared drops down a bunt as Masterson will throw him out at first base. So Saltalamacchia trying to get on any way he can here to begin the 4th inning. And he is retired. A nice play by Masterson.
Yeah, not a bad idea. They had the shift on. All he's going to do is put it down that third base line, but he gets it too close to Masterson. And the barehanded play gets Saltalamacchia by a couple of steps at first base.
One down in the 4th inning. Mike Aviles batting out of the number 9 spot. He popped out to his counterpart at shortstop as Drupal Cabrera back in the 1st inning. Popped up. Catcher Carlos Santana will make the catch. A few things to deal with over there. A lot of stuff in the on-deck circle area, and kind of ducked his way over there. Nice concentration to make the grab. 2 down.
Yeah, the old George Collins skit. You know, a lot of stuff down there. You got to take your stuff with you and get it out of the way. Santana had to go around all that stuff.
I think that's our first George Carlin reference.
I think it is too. Yeah. Like George Carlin?
I do. I did. Yeah. I like the stuff thing. I also like the whole thing you did on baseball. Remember that? The difference between baseball and football?
Yeah.
2 down in the 4th inning for Ryan Sweeney. Sweeney is grounded out to third base, grounded out to first. Ryan Sweeney tweeting Mother's Day. All the mothers out there, especially his mom. Line to left and opposite field, base hit as Damon is over to play it in the corner. And a wide turn at first, but it's a 2-out base hit for Ryan Sweeney. First time he has been on today.
Yeah, mom's going to like that. An opposite field swing by Sweeney. We've seen this quite a bit using left field. Takes that fastball away. Does not try to pull it. Goes to the opposite field and picks up the 2-out base hit here in the 4th inning.
2 down. Sweeney at first for Dustin Pedroia. 0 for 2 so far today. It's bounced to second and to short as he's ducking out of the way of a pitch that misses inside. This one fouled off, and it's 1-1. It's time now for the answer to today's AT&T trivia question. Which 3 2006 first-round draft picks are on the active roster, either the Indians or the Red Sox? And we knew about Bard and we knew about Perez, but Andrew Miller. Andrew Miller, of course, the highest drafted of the 3, going 6th overall to the Tigers, as this will put Pedroia back on his hip pockets.
It's the second time in 2 games that Pedroia has been knocked off the plate here by the Cleveland pitching. That fastball runs in around shoulder high.
7 batters have been hit in this series. 2-1 pitch will get away, and Sweeney will head for second base. So into scoring position. Sweeping breaking ball that Santana could not catch.
And tries to go back to the outside corner after coming up and in, and kind of a lackluster backhanded play there by Santana.
Just to finish that up, Andrew Miller, the highest drafted of the 3. He was 6th overall, went to the Tigers. Bard was his 2nd pick, 28th overall by the Red Sox. And Perez, supplemental first-round pick, going 42nd overall to the St. Louis Cardinals. Closer for these Indians. Justin Masterson was also a member of the class of 2006. He was the 71st selection. Other 2006 first-round picks: Evan Longoria, Brendan Morrow, Clayton Kershaw, Tim Lincecum, and Ian Kennedy on that list.
That's some pretty good draft choices.
Line back at Masterson, who comes up with it. Masterson with the catch. I'm not sure if it hit his body first or the glove, but he makes the grab. It's 5-1 Red Sox. Eastern Bank, listening, guiding, and being there for kids in need. That's what Eastern Bank and Adrian and Betsy Gonzalez are made of, which is why we've teamed up to support youth mentoring programs throughout Massachusetts. Find out more. Go to easternbank.com/Adrian. Now we head to inning number 5. Red Sox have a 5-1 lead as the top of the Indians order leads it off. Johnny Damon, who has popped out to second base and walked in 2 plate appearances today. And looks at strike 1 from Bart. How big a deal is it, Jerry, to start a season without the benefit of spring training and getting your timing during spring training games as a hitter?
Oh, it takes quite some time. It really does. I mean, that's why they have spring training, but I think that, a couple of weeks of game activity should get you back in the groove. How many players do we talk to during spring training that, you're about halfway through and they're ready to go? I mean, they want to get after it.
Line down the right field line. It will fall foul. Damon, Kipnis, and Cabrera to bat here. 1, 2, and 3 in the Indians order. It's pitch 80 for Bard. And it's a pop-up back of first. Gonzalez back there to make the catch. Well, Tuesday night at 10:30, join TC for an all-new episode of the Bobby Valentine Show. We'll discuss the current state of the Sox, take a look back at Valentine's Day on the Cape, and answer some of your questions. Catch the Bobby Valentine Show Tuesday night at 10:30. Bobby enjoying his birthday today, 62nd birthday. Enjoying it more with a 5-1 lead at the moment. There's a pitch in there for strike 1 to Jason Kipnis.
Don, and speaking of Tuesday, don't forget that's Tim Wakefield Day here at Fenway Park. 4 o'clock start.
To right field, and that'll dunk in for a base hit for Kipnis, his second hit of the day.
Well, Kipnis came into the game 1 for 1 in his career against Bard. He is now 2 for 3 in this game. Gets the breaking ball from Bard and lines it into right field for the base hit. So if you don't have a ticket yet for Tuesday, and you want to come here and honor Tim Wakefield and watch the ceremony, be sure to get one.
I was going to say, make sure to be early as well for the ceremony before the game. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. 1 out, 1 on. Line to short. Aviles is going to try to make it 2, but yes, he did it. Thought he was going to be late. And he turns the double play as Kipnis is doubled off. Red Sox have a 5-1 lead. Eastern Bank and Eastern Bank are made of historic milestones, and now our home team has reached one of its own. Congratulations on this special anniversary from one Boston institution to another. 5-1 Red Sox have the lead over the Indians, and Mike Aviles with some big plays in this game.
He's had a couple of nice plays, turning a double play, as you can see here, back in the 3rd inning, and cost a line drive here last inning to end the inning. A lot of times that's where you get doubled up on a line drive to shortstop, because you get a bigger lead at first base on that line drive. That shortstop's kind of set back a little bit. It's a matter of maybe 1 or 2 more steps, and sometimes that's how you get doubled up at first base.
There is David Ortiz. Walked in the 1st inning and scored, then grounded out in the 2nd inning. Masterson working into the 5th, trailing by 4 runs. Masterson, of course, part of the deal for Victor Martinez. Trade deadline day 2009. Along with Nick Hagedorn, who is in the bullpen now for the Indians as well. His best year was last year, where he won 12 games for the Indians, starting 33 times. He's 12-10 with a 3.21 earned run average, and for the first time pitched over 200 innings. 216 innings last year for the Indians. Ortiz goes around, couldn't hold up, and it's 2-2.
Case there where David just trying to get out of the way of the breaking ball, and that bat just goes through the strike zone. Slider inside, Ortiz starts, wants to get out of the way, and just could not control the bat.
Swing and a miss. Breaking ball, and this one strikes out Ortiz. It's just the first strikeout of the day for Justin Masterson.
That might have been the best breaking ball he's thrown all day. Down, in, off the plate to Poppy. Gets the swing and the miss, not even close.
One out in the 5th, and Adrian Gonzalez coming up. He doubled in the 1st inning. Came around to score, and then scalded 1 to short, lining out to Asdrubal Cabrera. There's strike 1.
Last night was great. It was a win for the Red Sox. It was a quick win for the Red Sox, and it got me home in time to see the final 3 minutes of the Celtic game.
I got to hear it.
Perfect.
Wasn't quite home yet. I got to hear it on the way home, though, but it all worked out.
Now, you have a little longer drive than I have to get home.
But,
a little bit. I saw the last 3 minutes. Exciting finish.
It's not often that you have a 2.5-hour ball game.
I'll say.
Broken bat. Look out for the bat as Masterson ducks out of the way. It is the shortstop Cabrera who ends up throwing out Gonzalez. But Masterson had to deal with everything. The ball, the bat, it was all headed in his direction.
And did the wise thing. Let the ball go through. They got somebody there. As they're in the shift, there goes the barrel of the bat. Masterson has to protect himself after the ball got by him. But Cabrera is right there to make the play on Gonzalez.
2 down in the 5th inning, and it brings up Will Middlebrooks. 2 for 2 already in the game. With 2 RBIs, had an RBI single in the first and hit a solo home run in the 3rd inning. For Middlebrooks, his 4th home run of the year. His first home run was a grand slam here at Fenway on a Sunday, and on this Sunday he's got his 4th home run of the season and strikes out this time. Masterson starting to settle in. 2 Ks in the inning. We played 5. It is 5-1 Boston. Sun Life Financial. They'll have preview tomorrow's Game 2 showdown in the Garden as the Celtics look to take a 2-0 series lead over the Sixers. Plus, they'll recap all the playoff action going on today in the NBA and NHL. All this and much more on NESN Daily tonight at 10, only on NESN. Great to see Justine Corvallis, producer and sometimes producer for Red Sox Hot Stove Live, Jerry. Twice last year she was the producer during the offseason, a great producer at NESN. Joined the ball game today with the day off.
Enjoying some ice cream right now.
We head to the 6th inning. Travis Hafner leads it off. Hafner walked in the 2nd inning, grounded into a double play in the 3rd. And that's in there for strike 1-1. Before I start getting nasty emails and texts, Mike Berry is the regular producer for Red Sox Hot Stove Live.
But he wouldn't do that to
clear
you,
that up. Well, in there for strike 2, 1-2.
I've been in there where they've both been doing the show.
Yes, they combine to
bring all their knowledge together.
It takes a lot of people to put together the show.
To put together a quality show.
Every Tuesday during the off season. That is strike 3, and the 2nd strikeout for Bard.
Looks like the changeup from Daniel Bard to pick up the strikeout. He had Chu on a fastball back in the 4th inning. Now the changeup to Travis Hafner. The nasty down, away, outside corner.
One down in the 6th inning for Carlos Santana. He's flied out to center and singled to center, 1 for 2. Third game of this 4-game series Santana has caught with the day game. After the night game, they sort of gave him the night off last night. He played first base defensively, but didn't have to catch. Saw their other catcher, Lou Marson, but pretty much every day it's Carlos Santana. He will pop it up left side of the infield. Shortstop Micah Vilas makes the catch. 2 down in the inning as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Don, the Boston Pops will celebrate Fenway Park's 100th anniversary with Red Sox night at Symphony Hall. And conductor Keith Lockhart was a guest today at Fenway Park and joined TC on the pregame show and threw out the ceremonial first pitch. On May 24th, Symphony Hall will mirror Fenway with popcorn vendors, hot dog stands, t-shirt cannons, and appearances by Red Sox personalities. The Dropkick Murphys will take the stage to perform their Fenway standard, including I'm Shipping Up to Boston, followed by the Pops crescendo of Sweet Caroline. For more information, go to bostonpops.org.
All right, Jenny, thanks very much. Well, Jerry, looked like Jenny had it down there as far as conducting. She could be a maestro.
Exactly. They call him the maestro, and Jenny was doing very well. She had the movements. It looked like they were in sync. I don't quite understand all of it, but it looked very good.
Well, bunt single here for Shin-Soo Choo, just dropping it down the third baseline. He reaches with 2 outs.
The question I have is could Jenny lead the orchestra? You know,
absolutely.
Knowing with the knowledge she has now about conducting, could she lead the orchestra?
Based on what I saw there, I'd say absolutely yes.
Now, you've done that.
Yeah, a couple times.
Don, I don't think I could lead the orchestra quite like you.
Well, I'll tell you what, the orchestra really leads itself, truth be told.
That is not what Keith Lockhart said.
I think he's lying. I think he's... And the reason I know he's lying is because I've conducted I've conducted 2 songs in the last 5 years,
and they've gone
holiday shows, and there's never been a mistake. No one's, no horn or anything has come out when it shouldn't, or any other songs or any other instruments have come out at different times, and it seems to just work itself. I don't want to call Keith Lockhart a liar. I love Keith Lockhart. He's terrific, but I think they could do it without him. At least one song.
Well, I think that he does more than just the hand gestures.
Oh, no. I know that. He's the executive producer.
I think we're cutting him, we're not cutting him enough slack here.
Right.
I mean, I think, they call him the maestro for a reason.
Oh, he is the maestro.
Right. But I think, when they have somebody like you do it.
Right.
The orchestra's well aware of what they want to do. They probably pay you no mind at all.
This is into right center field, and he'll drop for a base hit. Michael Brantley is aboard, and on to third goes Chu, and all of a sudden the Indians have first and third with 2 down.
Now, Chu got it started with a surprise bunt with 2 outs here in the 6th inning, and now Brantley continues to swing the bat against the Red Sox. Had a great series. Picks up the base hit.
Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. Danny Bard, 5 2/3. Now it's only 1 run. He's walked 4 and struck out 2, but pitch count high here as he works in the 6th inning. Kochman getting the legs out of the way and jumping back. The pitch inside.
I just don't have the courage to do that.
Really?
I feel like if I did it, everything would get messed up. For some reason, somebody would mess up, and my hands would be flying all over the place. And there'd be all kind of noise and be no music, and
everything would go awry.
It'd be go crazy.
Walk off the stage.
Yeah, you get booed off the stage.
I did Sleigh Ride was the last one that I did, and they do this clapping thing in the middle of it, the guy in the back. So I'd always go high for that because I knew it was coming.
Yeah, you got to go high for the high stuff.
I felt like they were doing what I said, but then after a while you realize that they're pretty much on automatic. Doesn't matter what you do. In the air, out to right field, deep. Ross going back onto the warning track. He's under it, and he makes the catch. Loud out to right. Kochman gives it a ride, but still 5-1 Red Sox after 5.5. Coverage from Yawkey Way before the Sox take on the Mariners on Red Sox Monster Monday, presented by Bob Stores. It all starts at 5:30 live on NESN. It's 5-1. The Red Sox have the lead over the Cleveland Indians as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Daniel Nava, Cody Ross, and Jared Saltalamacchia to bat as Justin Masterson returns to the mound. He's thrown 76 pitches through the first 5 innings. Not a bad first inning, but since then has been pretty good. Gave up 4 runs in the first one since then. And this ball hits Nava. So another hit batsman. It is the 3rd of the day for Masterson, and the 2nd time that Nava has been hit.
Tried the breaking ball down around the feet of Daniel Nava. And looks like it gets him right off that left foot. The back foot.
Lead runner on for the Red Sox here in the 6th inning. It's the first time in the game the Red Sox have had the lead man on as Cody Ross has been hit by a pitch and bounced into a double play. Santana bluffing as if he was going to snap throw to first, but Nava gets back to the bag. The breaking ball has been a little bit on the wild side today for Justin Masterson. Hard time harnessing it. 2nd time in his career that he has hit 3 batters in one game. This one is grounded foul. In honor of Fenway's centennial this year, Beth Israel Deaconess, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, is offering a daily health tip to help you live to be 100. Sign up at 100pitches.org.
I'd say get plenty of rest.
Sleep is very important.
Very, very important for good health.
Runner goes. A swing and a miss. Santana's throw is not going to be in time. Sliding to the third base side of the bag at second was Nava to elude that tag. Throw, I think, coming from Santana's knees.
Yes, it did. Watch this throw from Santana. Never gets out of the crouch. From the knees, the ball sails, and that gave Nava an opportunity to make that head-first slide around the tag. Nice slide by Nava at second base, and a very quick release by Santana behind the plate.
In scoring position with one out. Here's Jared Saltalamacchia, who lines one to left. Damon coming in and not make the catch. He dropped the ball. Coming around is Nava's going to try and score, and he will. Red Sox take a 6-1 lead. Damon diving forward, trying to make that grab on the sinking liner and could not keep it in the glove. And it leads to a Red Sox run. Boston leads it 6-1.
If he did catch it, it was probably going to be a double play because Nava was at third base. Here comes Damon. He gets the glove on it, but it's right off the thumb of the glove. And look at Nava. That ball's caught. He's doubled up at second base, but it drops fortunately for the Red Sox, and Jerry Royster waves home Daniel Nava with another run.
Now Mike Aviles standing in. Well, 3 RBI day for Jared Saltalamacchia, tying a season high. Aviles sold for 2 today. He's popped out to short, fouled out to the catcher. Coming up next inning, we'll check in on that Yankees Mariners game and the return of Andy Pettitte to the major leagues. See how he fared today. 2-0 pitch. Is popped up down the right field line. Foul ground. Racing is Kochman, and Kochman can't catch it. He was in hard on the tarp area, as well as Kipnis.
Well, the top strategically placed on this particular fly ball. Nice effort by both players, Kochman and Kipnis, but just out of the reach.
On the ground down the line at third. It's picked by Hanahan. He goes to second for one. They throw to first, but no chance to double up Aviles. They do get Saltalamacchia 5-4 on the force out. And there's 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, just too far to the right to go for Hanahan at third base to be able to complete the double play. Pretty quick actions at second base by Kipnis to try to do that. But generally when a third baseman has to go that far to his right, you're not going to get the deuce. Aviles hustling down the line and beats it easily.
Ryan Sweeney takes ball 1. There is action in the pen. Dan Wheeler warming up. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike, and the throw is going to skip into center field. As Aviles ends up with Cabrera kind of landing on him, but would not have advanced anyway. Got through so quickly, but stolen base for Mike Aviles.
Yeah, this time Santana comes out of the crouch and throws one directly at Aviles. And no interference here after the play's over because Aviles was still on the ground, and the ball went directly to the second base, center fielder Brantley. So he did not impede Aviles from going to third base.
Three and one now to Sweeney. Singled his last time up. A 1-for-3 day from the top spot in the Red Sox order. That's a strike and a full count now to Sweeney. Dustin Pedroia waiting on deck. Pedroia So far 0 for 3 today, coming in with a 13-game hitting streak. As Sweeney strikes out looking to end the inning. Red Sox tack on a run, though. We played 6. It is 6-1 Boston.
By Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. The Red Sox with 4 runs in the first inning. Will Middlebrooks with a base hit to drive in a run. Nava with a double to drive in a run. And then Salty Lamacchia with a base hit to drive in 2 runs. Salty with 3 RBI on the afternoon, but a big 4-run first inning for the Red Sox.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. Rich Hill first out of the pen for the Red Sox as he comes in for Daniel Bard to pitch the 7th inning. His 7th appearance, no record, a 1.59 ERA. Jack Hanahan leads it off for the Indians and takes strike 1. Well, Hill came into the game with the bases loaded Friday night against Cleveland, faced 2 batters, allowing 2 inherited runners to score. As that will miss, and it is 1-1. There for a strike over the inside corner to Hanahan, who has walked and scored and lined out sharply to third base.
Now, left-handed pitchers have certainly got to work out in this series against Cleveland because they have so many left-handed hitters.
Just away, and it evens at 2-2.
Not missing by very much on that outside corner.
There's strike 3 as he's able to get Hanahan to begin things in the 7th inning.
Right back to the fastball again. He just missed the outside corner. Now gets a lot of home plate. Just freezes Hanahan on this one.
We told you we would check in on Andy Pettit's day today for the Yankees against the Seattle Mariners. A look at his numbers: 6 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and he throws 94 pitches. He allowed 2 home runs. A 2-run home run to Justin Smoak, and Casper Wells also got him for a 2-run home run as part of that 4-run effort. matched up against another veteran in Kevin Millwood. That action today is Millwood going for the Mariners. It is 4-1. The Mariners on top. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning at Yankee Stadium. As Pettit returns to the majors after his year-long retirement. This is up the middle. Ranging is Aviles. His throw is in time. 2 down. Let's check in with Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. We look forward to that after the ball game. 2 outs here in the 7th inning for Rich Hill, and it brings up Jason Kipnis. Jerry, your thoughts on the 6th inning effort today from Daniel Bard?
Certainly got better as time went on. It looked like early in the ball game he had trouble with his fastball controlling it, but then as the game went on, he seemed to have more and more confidence in it. Also with a slider, change up. I thought got better as the game went on.
Well, this time Hill gets the corner, and it is 0-2. Bard 6 innings, 6 hits, the 1 run. Walks were an issue. 4 walks. He walked 3 in 1 inning. That was the 3rd. That was the inning they scored the run. And he struck out a total of 2 batters, walking more than he struck out. But Bard departs with a 6-1 lead. And a chance for his 3rd win of the year came in at 2-4. Strike 3 call. Pretty impressive 7th inning for Rich Hill. It's 2 strikeouts in the inning. And it is 7th inning stretch from Fenway Park. We will keep it right here at Fenway on this Mother's Day for God Bless America.
50-50 raffle are now posted on the center field video board. We thank you for your continued support of the Red Sox Foundation. We now ask you to please rise and stretch and prepare to sing along with our Fenway Park organist as he plays Take Me Out to the Ball Game. But before that, we welcome back a talented vocalist. Here to sing God Bless America on Mother's Day, please welcome Isella Johnson.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Check in with Jenny Dell.
Don, as you mentioned before, this Mother's Day, the Red Sox players wanted to send love to the special women in their lives, and they brought them in their thoughts here to work today.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Thank you for all your love and support through my 31 years, and I miss you, and I can't wait to see you. I love you. Louisville makes them, sends them out to the guys, and it's just a tribute to the breast cancer awareness and just a great thing that they do.
Last Mother's Day, Ross hit a home run using his pink bat and dedicated it to his mom. In addition to pink bats, since 2006, players around the majors have worn a pink ribbon on their uniforms along with pink wristbands to support breast cancer awareness. And I wanted to take this time to wish my wonderful mom, Leslie, and my stepmom, Ellen, a very happy Mother's Day. And Don, like Bobby Valentine, it is also my dad, Jeff's birthday today, so happy birthday, Dad.
Covered a lot. Thanks very much, Jenny. As the pitch in there for a strike.
A lot of stuff going on. A lot of birthdays.
About 300 players using the pink bats today across Major League Baseball. His old friend Dan Wheeler makes his 12th appearance of the year. No record, 4.76 earned run average. Second time we've seen him in the series. Fly ball to center field. Brantley going back, still going at the wall. Can't catch it. It's off the base of the wall. Pedroia is thinking too as he'll pull it up around second base. He extends the hitting streak to 14 games with a double off the bottom of the wall.
It looked like Brantley had a beat on this one, but it finds its way over his head. The breeze today, with whatever it is blowing out towards center field. Maybe gave this ball a little bit of a push. Right there, Brantley reaching out. It short hops the wall out there in center field, and Dustin has that hitting streak now, as Don mentioned, at 14 games.
So lead runner at second base here in the 7th inning, and here is David Ortiz. In there for strike one. David didn't think so. A double by Pedroia puts him one behind David Ortiz for the lead league in the American League. Tied with Ryan Sweeney. On the ground and with a shift on, nobody's at short, so it goes into left center. Around comes Pedroia, and the Red Sox take a 7-1 lead.
David Ortiz picks up his 25th RBI of the season. We saw Gonzalez hit into the shift earlier in this game. Now Ortiz away from the shift. And that brings home Dustin Pedroia. Red Sox increase their lead.
So Ortiz at first, nobody out, a run in. And Adrian Gonzalez, the batter. Adrian fouling it off to the left out of play. It's time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow the Red Sox begin a 2-game series with the Seattle Mariners. Game 1 will feature John Lester. It's the team from his home state. Game 2 will feature an even bigger event for former Red Sox pitcher. It'll be Thanks Wake Day on Tuesday when the Red Sox honor former pitcher Tim Wakefield in a pregame ceremony. You can watch all the ceremony coverage starting Tuesday at 3. Red Sox first pitch. This is to the gap in left center and quickly through to the wall for Adrian Gonzalez. Ortiz to third. Gonzalez has got himself a double, and Red Sox getting to Dan Wheeler here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, things happening quickly. Double, single, a drive and a run. Double by Gonzalez. His second of the afternoon. Takes the off-speed pitch and takes it to the opposite field. Good job by staying back by Gonzalez on that changeup.
Second and third, nobody out, a run in. And Will Middlebrooks, the batter. Infield in about halfway for the Indians. In the dirt, Santana blocks it, but keeps it in front of him up the first base line. No advance for Big Papi. Dan Wheeler, of course, spending the entire year last year with the Red Sox, the Warwick, Rhode Island native. In there for a strike, 1-1. More action in the Red Sox pen. Matt Albers warming in the pen. We saw Rich Hill pitch a perfect 7th inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Ortiz at third, Gonzalez at second, nobody out in the Boston 7th inning. Middlebrooks will foul it off. Remind you, these copyright telecasts presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Counts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. Second and third, nobody out. And a 2-2 coming to Will Middlebrooks. Justin Masterson today went the first 6 innings, giving up 7 hits and charged with 6 runs. He walked a batter and struck out 4. Really, the toughest inning for him was the first. He faced all 9 batters and gave up 4 runs, and all that was after he got 2 quick outs in the first, but a walk to Ortiz, and then the Red Sox started the 4-run rally. Tap foul. Daniel Nava's got a new fan. Three-two pitch. That's away, and it gets away. Here comes Ortiz, going to try it, and David will get in without a throw from Santana. So the walk for Middlebrooks, but on the pitch that gets away, Ortiz scores the Red Sox 8th run of the day.
Have to see if this goes as a wild pitch or a pass ball. Ball 4 from Wheeler. The ball just sails on him. It probably goes as a wild pitch. And Ortiz comes into home plate standing up.
So first and third, still nobody out. And 2 runs in. It is indeed a wild pitch. Gets Ortiz in and Gonzalez to third base. First walk given up by Wheeler. It's Middlebrooks to first, and here is Nava. Nava drives this out to deep left center field, and that'll be on a hop off the wall. From third comes Gonzalez. Middlebrooks trying to score all the way from first. No throw, and the Red Sox take a 10-1 lead. Daniel Nava on base 4 times today. This is his 2nd double of the afternoon.
And 3 runs batted in this afternoon for Nava. Give him a total of 4 now since being called up. He's really using the center field and the opposite field very well. Shorts, hops that left field wall, drives in a couple of runs, and the Red Sox with a nice, comfortable lead here late in the ball game.
5 doubles today for the Red Sox. They now have 100, far and away the most in the American League. The top 4 in that category in the American League, all Red Sox. Now you've seen 3 in this inning, and here's Cody Ross batting with Nava at second base, and there's still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nobody warming for Cleveland. Looks like Wheeler's going to be taking one for the team here. 2-0. That'll miss. Wheeler falling behind 3-0. There's a strike. 9th time this season the Red Sox have scored 10 or more runs in a game. It's been a nice birthday for Bobby Valentine today. Swing and a miss. Full count now to Cody Ross. On deck, Jared Saltalamacchia. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 4 runs have scored for the Red Sox. Ross down the right field line towards the pole and foul ground, but it'll be a foul ball. You say potato, we say free. Boston.com's Boston Deals has teamed up with Be Good to bring Bostonians free French fries. Visit boston.com/free fries to sign up today. Ross hits it on the ground towards Kipnis at second base. There is out number 1 as Nava takes third base. Wheeler recording the first out of his outing. And that'll take us to Jared Saltalamacchia. 2-hit day, 3 RBIs. Most singles for Saltalamacchia. Everybody in the Red Sox order has at least 1 hit with the exception of Cody Ross, who did reach, hit by a pitch in the first inning, and Mike Aviles reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th. Otherwise, everybody's got at least 1. 2 hits today for Saltalamacchia, 2 for Nava, 2 for Middlebrooks, 2 for Adrian Gonzalez. All part of an 11-hit attack today for Boston. And in this inning, Dustin Pedroia with a double to extend his hitting streak to 14 games. In the air to center field. Michael Brantley going back to the track at the wall. It is gone. 2-run home run for Jared Saltalamacchia, his 5th home run of the year. The Red Sox are unloading on the Indians. It's 12-1.
Five RBI on the afternoon for Jared Saltalamacchia. A base hit back in the 1st to drive in 2. A base hit in the 6th to drive in 1. And now straight away center field. Looked like a little cut fastball that time from Wheeler. And straight away into the hitter's backdrop in center field for Saltalamacchia. 2 more runs batted in.
Wheelers take strike 1. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on NESN during the 2012 season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Red Sox with 2 home runs today. Will Middlebrooks back in the 3rd, and more recently the 2-run shot by Jared Saltalamacchia. 0-2 pitch will miss. 5 RBI performance for Saltalamacchia. Most RBIs he's had in any game for the Red Sox. Actually had a 7 RBI game for the Texas Rangers. 1-2 back up the middle as Cabrera, off balance throw, will get there just in time to get Aviles for the second out of the 7th inning.
Cabrera, the more you watch him, he's just a good player. I mean, offensively, defensively, nice range up the middle here. The off-balance throw off the wrong foot to first base. Able to get Aviles at first. Just a good all-around player.
9th member of the Red Sox to bat here in the 7th inning. It's Ryan Sweeney who takes ball 1. Second time the Red Sox have batted around today. They did bat around in the 1st inning. 8th time this season. Fly ball to left field, playable for Johnny Damon. He'll make the catch. It ends the inning, but oh, what an inning it was for the Red Sox. They score 6 times, including 2-run home run for Jared Saltalamacchia. It's 12-1 Sox at the end of 7th. Well, Jared Saltalamacchia and the Red Sox starting early in the 1st inning with a 4-run first, and includes Saltalamacchia's single that drives in a pair. Part of a 4-run first. Will Middlebrooks would hit a home run in the 3rd inning. A solo shot, his 4th of the year. Red Sox with plenty of offense as they had 12 runs on 12 hits. And got good pitching today from Daniel Bard, a 6-inning effort, giving up 1 run. He did walk 4, but a chance to win his 3rd game of the season, coming in at 2-4. Red Sox with many changes as we move along to the 8th inning. Ryan Sweeney moving from center to right field. Into the game in center is Marlon Byrd. And Nick Punto now takes over at second base for Pedroia. Mauro Gomez, who was just called up before the game, makes his major league debut as Darnell McDonald placed on the DL today. A little bleak problem as into the game for the Red Sox pitching is Matt Albers, 3rd pitcher of the day, and 14th appearance. No record of 1.84 earned run average. Well, it's sitting at 196 against him. Jose Lopez is pinch hitting for Asdrubal Cabrera as the 8th inning starts. First appearance of the series for Jose Lopez. Well, Rich Hill, the middleman of the 3 arms used tonight by Bobby Valentine. Bard went 6, giving up a run. Hill goes an inning and has a perfect inning with 2 strikeouts. Lopez to 3rd. It's picked by Middlebrooks. 1 down here in the 8th. Well, coming up immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason's Red Sox Extra Innings Live with TC, Matt Stairs, and Jenny. Get a breakdown of Daniel Bard's start this afternoon. Hear his post-game comments, plus catch manager Bobby Valentine's thoughts on this series finale with the Indians from the Fenway interview room. It's all coming up after the game, only on NESN, and Peter Gammons will also be along with TC, Matt Stairs, and Jenny after the game from Yawkey Way. One out in the 8th as Travis Hafner fouls the first pitch off. Walk today for Hafner. He's bounced into a double play and struck out looking. In the dirt, 1-2 to Hafner. Hafner has been a member of these Cleveland Indians since 2003. Broke into the big leagues with Texas in 2002. Some big home run years. The middle portion of his career, he had 33 home runs in 05, 42 home runs in 2006. There is strike 3. Second time he's down by way of the K. 2 down in the 8th.
That changeup last time from Bard. This time it's the fastball down. Looked like it might have been out of the zone, but the call goes in the way of Matt Albers, and he'll certainly take it. Don, I want to ask you, the other day you mentioned the Red Sox media room where Bobby Valentine has his press conference. We have a production meeting in there, and yesterday it was filmed a couple of days ago.
Yes.
And what was that for?
I think it was for NESN.com, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I think they are doing kind of behind the scenes of how we do things before the game leading up to the game.
Yeah, we kind of talk about what we're going to talk about in the open and stuff like that. And I actually missed that because I had to go down and do a hit with Dan Roach.
You are normally part of the production meeting on a daily basis, so
yeah,
you want people to know that.
You know, you hope to get hot. You know, like today, for example, Daniel Nava came up. Nava's had a good day, so once in a while you get lucky with the opens. You know,
a lot of times we jinx guys too, which is
9 out of 10 times not so good.
Yes,
you know,
we've ended a lot of hitting streaks, and got some guys released. 2-0 pitch is in the air to right center. As it is Marlon Byrd just into the game, makes the catch, and a quick and easy 8th for Matt Albers. Head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 12-1 Boston.
Wilson. One stage, one night. This gang of outlaws perform live at the MGM Grand Theater at Foxwoods Resort Casino Sunday, May 27th. For tickets to this one-night-only show, visit foxwoods.com. Gang of Outlaws, only at Foxwoods, the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox.
Bottom of the 8th inning back at Fenway Park as Nick Punto leads it off for the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. Jairo Asensio comes into the game, his second appearance of the series, 13th of the year, 1-1 with a 5.21 earned run average. Takes over for Dan Wheeler. Punto hits a fly ball to left field. Johnny Damon will make the catch for the first out of the 8th. Let's check in with Jenny.
Yes, Don, it's time now for MLB News and Notes, which is brought to you by Nissan. Josh Hamilton was at it again after 2 homers on Friday. He connected again yesterday afternoon, giving him a league-leading 18, including 9 in his last 6 games. In that same game, C.J. Wilson started for the Angels for the 2nd straight day. He was the starter on Friday night, but he threw only 22 pitches due to nearly a 2-hour rain delay. And the Orioles have placed Mark Reynolds on the 15-day disabled list with a strained left oblique. To take his place on the roster, Baltimore called up former Red Sox player Bill Hall. Don?
All right, thank you very much, Jenny. Unbelievable what Josh Hamilton is doing so far this season.
Wow.
Nice year to have a contract year, isn't it?
Yike.
18 home runs.
How about the RBI?
Kelly Shopik is pinch hitting for David Ortiz, and it's going to be foul and out of play. Damon went as far as he could.
He's got an enormous total of runs batted in, doesn't he, too?
He's at 41
That's
as of
all.
today. That's
Just
it.
41?
The first month and a half of the season.
Man.
You know, you think about it, Jerry, over the years, there really have been a few guys that have flirted with the Triple Crown since 1967 and Carl Yastrzemski. But if he can stay healthy, he's got about as good a chance as anybody.
Have anybody in the American League that you can think of that has a chance to win a Triple Crown, you would have to say Josh Hamilton with what he can do. I mean, hit for average, hit home runs, drive in runs.
He's hitting at .402 to start the day. 18 home runs, 41 runs batted in. This will bounce in, and it is 2-2 to Kelly Shopik.
I guess the question with Hamilton, like with anybody, I mean, can he stay healthy all year long and continue to put up those kind of numbers? He's had some injuries in the past that have cost him some time.
That's outside, and it's a full count now to Shopik. Shopik strikes out, and that is the first strikeout for Asensio since coming in. Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Eastern Bank. At Eastern Bank, we're made of free checking that's got nothing to hide, which means no fees or any other types of curveballs. Check out what else we're made of at easternbank.com. First major league at bat for Mauro Gomez was called up today. He is 27 years old from the Dominican Republic. His numbers with the Paw Sox so far off to a great start. 10 homers, 33 RBIs, and a .294 average. Last year spent the entire year at AAA Gwinnett in the Atlanta Braves system. Red Sox signed him to a minor league contract during the offseason, and we saw a lot of him during spring training. It's his 10th professional season, first with the Red Sox, first major league spring training camp. And first major league at bat as he rips this foul. Started his pro career in 2003 in the Rangers organization. Fouled off. He's down 1-2. Well, some tough numbers for Dan Wheeler, who pitched the 7th inning, went an inning giving up 5 hits and 6 runs. Walked a batter, didn't strike anybody out. Scott Atchison, who was up as early as the 3rd inning of this game, is now up here in the 8th. Another foul off to the right. Changes for the Indians. Aaron Cunningham in the game in right field now for Cleveland. Hanahan moving from 3rd to short as Jose Lopez takes over 3rd base. Lopez had hit for Asdrubal Cabrera in the top half of the inning. 1-2. Swing and a miss as Gomez strikes out to end the 8th, his first major league at bat. 12-1. Red Sox have the lead at the end of 8th. Southwest Airlines and by Sullivan Tire. Well, the Red Sox and Indians head into inning number 9 with the Red Sox on top 12-1. Red Sox will use their 4th pitcher of the day. Scott Atchison, mentioned warming in the 3rd. He warms up and comes in here in the 9th inning. 15th appearance, 1-0 with a 1.23 ERA. He's already logged 22 innings on the year. 15 strikeouts, and opponents hitting at just .203 against Atchison. Leads the majors with the 22 innings of relief coming into this outing. Cunningham leading it off here as he took over in right field for Shin-Soo Choo defensively last inning. Takes strike 1 from Scott Atchison. So Shin-Soo Choo 1 for 3 today. On the ground softly to short. Aviles charges and throws and gets it there just in time. Well, tomorrow night, immediately following Red Sox first pitch, join us for Red Sox Game Day Live presented by Uno's TC, Peter, and Jenny at 6:30. And preview John Lester start as he takes the hill in the first game of a 2-game set with the Mariners. Lester has enjoyed success against his hometown team, posting 25 strikeouts in his last 2 starts. Live coverage begins at 5:30 with Monster Monday, and it's only on NESN. It's a fly ball out to right center field, struck pretty well, and that will end up off the bullpen wall. And to second base with a 1-out double goes Michael Brantley. Almost get out of here, but hits the base of the wall out there in right field.
Picks up his 3rd hit of the day. A couple of doubles and a single back in the 6th inning. Brantley right at the base of the wall out there at the Red Sox bullpen to pick up the double.
It's like some kind of series. 9 for 18 in the series with 4 doubles.
And the Red Sox have not been able to figure out Brantley in this series.
He's at second with 1 away for Casey Kochman. who takes strike one. Well, the bullpen continues to be outstanding. Rich Hill won an inning, giving up no hits, no runs, struck out 2. Matt Albers, perfect inning with a strikeout. It's 0-2 now to Kochman. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, stay with us for WB Mason Red Sox Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need. It's right here on Nesson and right here on Yawkey Way after the game. Late protective swing is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and Kochman strikes out. 2 down in the 9th.
That's the old cut fastball from Atchison, down and in to pick up the strikeout against Kochman. Yeah, what a nice, pleasant Mother's Day here this afternoon at Fenway Park. Beautiful.
Beautiful day, good results. Red Sox on top here 12-1 with 2 down in the 9th. There is Jack Hanahan, who's moved to shortstop last inning. Tap foul, 1-1. Dustin Pedroia extending his hitting streak to 14 games today, all part of this offensive attack. That'll miss inside, 2-1. Two-one to Jack Hanahan. Very high, ball 3. Foul down the left field line, and that'll get out of play. Full count with 2 outs in the 9th inning to Jack Hanahan. Swing and a miss. He struck him out and the Red Sox win. Boston takes 3 out of 4 from the Cleveland Indians. Bobby Valentine enjoys his birthday as the Red Sox come away with the win. And Jerry, today, good pitching and lots of offense.
Well, that's the good combination. You know, strong pitching. I thought Bard got stronger as the game went on, and this one this afternoon. And Red Sox offense, well, plenty of points. 12 runs in the ball game. Big day by Saltalamacchia and Nava also with a good day. A number of guys having fine offensive days. So a nice little roll the Red Sox are on right now.
So the Red Sox win this one 12-1 over the Cleveland Indians. For Jerry Remy and Jenny Dell, I'm Don Orsillo saying good afternoon from Fenway Park. Join us again tomorrow night as the Red Sox play the first of a 2-game series with the Mariners here at Fenway. Live coverage begins at 5:30 with Red Sox Monster Monday presented by Bob Stores at 5:30. It's been a presentation of Nesson, New England's most watched sports network. Time now for Tom Caron, who's out on Yawkey Way. TC.